So since this is the first startup, there will be some oil smoke and some paint smoking, no big deal. And you can hear that the idle isn't perfect either. So the ECU is trying to adapt, and we are going to go and fuel up the car a little bit and see how it runs. And the ticking noise is the tappets. As soon as the oil pressure is high enough and they are lubed up, it will be quiet. So welcome on board, guys. I have been to the gas station and filled her up a little bit with some 98 octane fuel. I'm not gonna jump on the E85 directly. I just want to break in the piston rings and everything to make everything settle a little bit before I jump on it. So at the gas station, an elderly man came up to me and thought the car was looking really nice, and he was really happy that someone took care of the Saab and the Saab brand. That's awesome to hear. So now we're just gonna take the car for a short little spin to make sure that everything is in order and everything is working. So after that cold start, when I had a super high idle, it all just settles down. Now the engine is running like perfectly and really calm. And I don't know if you can see it, but we got the engine up to temperature, and the thermostat seems to work. No big deals there. It keeps the temperature in the middle, and as of right now, no leaks whatsoever. And while I'm running, I can tell you that after the first video, I just had the car on idle outside the house a couple of times, and that's most because of the weather. I don't have any winter tires on this car, so I just had it out in the snow idling a little bit, and it did smoke a lot. Not so much on just idle, but as soon as I put on a little throttle, it just got insane. So I started googling a little bit, and I wondered to myself if I had got something wrong. My thoughts was maybe I didn't get the head gasket on perfectly, so maybe it's leaking in some coolant or anything, because the smoke was really white, but at the same time it smelled a lot. So I suspected oil somewhere, but I couldn't think of what it could be. Then I jumped on Google and read on some forums. It's really important that you're running T5 piston rings if you're running T5 pistons. And afterwards, it's really stupid to go with 9.5 or T7 piston rings on a T5 piston. But when I ordered the parts for the car, I was at the menu and I was on the 9.5 menu, and I just picked everything that I needed. I need this and this and that, and then the piston rings just fell into the basket. So I didn't notice when I assembled them, but I'm gonna throw up a picture having them side by side, and you will see what I mean, the difference. So the grooves on the T5 piston is a lot thicker, and also the rings. So what happened was the piston rings on the T7 is like low friction to make the car more efficient and get better fuel economy. But when I did it, so what happened was the gapping was too large, So when I pushed the throttle, oil blow by, so not a good deal. So I just ordered some new rings, and then I took a deep breath and I redid everything. So last night and the night before that, I tore the engine apart, put everything back together, and boom. So the first time when I did this, maybe it was like, it took like a week, and I spent a lot of time on the evenings putting everything together and make sure everything got to the right spot. Now I would say it took like maybe 7-8 hours or something like that, and then I pulled everything apart again. So now I have done it twice, and I have learned my lesson, and here we are, and the car is running, which is a fantastic thing. It was a long time ago since it was out on the road, so this is really nice. And I haven't jumped on any throttle as of right now. What I have done in the meantime, I have installed some decibel killers, and that's the purpose for them is of course for the inspection, to make the car a little bit more quiet. But I don't know if I succeeded with that. It's still pretty loud, but we will see. Maybe I do something else to make it a little bit more quiet. But and as you can see by the steering wheel, the car needs an alignment pretty badly. So I'm not gonna run it too much, but I just want to feel the car. It's been such a long time since I ran it, so. And I also want to like break in the piston rings a little bit so it matches to the cylinders, so we get a perfect seal, not just run it for like 5 minutes. So this is the perfect roads to go on, just nice and calm and mellow, and the weather is pretty okay today. So we have some plus Celsius degrees, so you can really be out driving. And it's so scary to start the car at the first time when you have had everything apart. So this is just such a relief to have the car running, and everything seems to run great. Let's try a little boost. Worked out fine as well. I don't know really what the braking process is. Some say just take out the car full throttle, it should work, and it probably does, but in my opinion this is the best way to just ease into it, so you don't stress the things too much. No errors as of yet, and everything seems to be working fine. As I said in the last video, it's always something that's missing, or you have got some small part wrong. Of course, in the bigger picture everything works since the car starts and it runs, but instant thoughts right now is that when I try to push the throttle a little bit, the car seems to be a little slow in the acceleration. It doesn't pick up the torque as low as it did before, and this is due to the new cams, the bigger cams and the larger or the higher duration. So with a little bit of timing you can get that really good, but as of right now they are like in a pretty stock mode, because when I redid the engine now, I set them in like the standard position, and in the standard position they are a little bit retarded against what they should be. So with a little bit of timing and fixing, this will be perfect, but as of right now it's just a little bit slow, just as my wipers. Really picks off after like 3000 RPM or something like that, but so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not the most exciting in the world, but this is the process. You have to break the engine in, and I don't think it's suitable to run with decibel killers to get the most out of the performance. So it really makes the engine choke a little bit because the pipes are like this, when in reality it's 4-inch tips. So anyways, I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, it means a lot to me, and there is so much more exciting content coming to this channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.